You know that feeling, the little ping, an email pops up. Subject, quick sync.
Oh, yeah.
It just lands there like this tiny time bomb, you know. It promises it'll be quick.
Uh-huh. Promises, promises.
But you just know it's probably going to detonate into this huge, sprawling meeting with, like, zero agenda.
Totally. A black hole for your afternoon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why does just asking for a quick call feel like you're, I don't know, walking through a minefield?
Right.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a really helpful guide that tackles exactly this whole modern workplace headache. How do you politely, but, you know, firmly say no to these calendar ambushes?
Yeah, how do you reclaim that time?
By the end of this, the goal is you'll have some real actionable strategies, ways to say no without sounding like a total jerk or someone who just hates teamwork.
Which is tricky, right? Because collaboration is important, but so is focused work.
Definitely.
And it's interesting, like you said, what's not being said in that quick sync request is often the real story. Someone just says, "Can we hop on a call?" with no context. It might mean a few things, maybe like they haven't really thought it through themselves.
Yeah, like they want to brainstorm at me.
Exactly. Use your time as their sounding board,
Yeah.
sort of process their ideas out loud. Or maybe it's, you know, they just want that immediate connection, or they think something's urgent when maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
Understanding that can help figure out the best way to respond, you know?
Right. So this guide we looked at, it kind of breaks these down like a hierarchy almost of red flags.
Uh-huh. Levels of danger.
Exactly. So level 1, the base level, the vague invite,
The classic.
the absolute classic. Can we hop on a call sometime soon? So open-ended, it's almost nothing.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
And the guide, it has this brilliant, like, unspoken translation. Write words so I can ignore them.
Huh. That's painfully accurate sometimes.
And the defense strategy.
Yeah.
Super simple.
Yeah.
Ask for context first.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, could you send over a few bullet points via email?
Yeah, exactly. Just asking for that written summary or like a brief outline, it does two things. First, you actually figure out what they want.
Right.
And second, it kind of forces them to clarify their own thoughts. If they can write it down clearly, well, maybe you don't need the meeting after all.
Good point. It's like a filter.
It really is a natural filter for what actually needs a live chat.
It's okay. Then we climb the ladder to level 2, the just 15 minutes trap.
Oh, I know this one very well.
Right. That siren song. It'll be really fast. Just 15.
Yeah.
We all know how that goes down.
Uh-huh. Famous last words.
It's like someone telling you a horror movie, it's just a little jumpy. The reality, the guide says, is probably, this is going to spiral into a 35-minute vent session about the terrible office Wi-Fi.
Or someone's printer. Yeah. Been there.
So the defense.
Yeah.
The guide suggests offering asynchronous options. You know, saying something like, hey, happy to look at this. Could you share it in the doc or maybe email the details? Emphasize you're available in writing, but maybe not, like right this second for a call.
Yeah, the beauty of suggesting async, email or a shared doc is that you get to deal with it on your own time.
Control your schedule.
And it often leads to, like, more focused answers anyway. You're basically saying, look, I want to help, but let's use the right tool for this. Kind of pushing back gently on the idea that a meeting is always step one.
Right. It's not anti-meeting. It's pro-efficiency.
Precisely.
Okay. Top of the pyramid, the
Go
peak
ahead.
pain point.
Yeah.
Level 3, the urgent non-emergency.
Ah, the ASAP request.
Yes. The subject line is yelling ASAP, but, you know, when you actually look into it, the reality, as the guide hilariously puts it, is often, I procrastinated for 2 weeks and now it's your emergency.
Or I just remembered this 5 minutes before I log off for the weekend.
Totally.
Yeah.
So the defense here, it's brilliant. It's all about setting expectations, like way out. Clearly state your very limited availability, but like in the distant future.
Yeah, something like.
Something like, looks like my next opening for an ad hoc chat is sometime in Q3 of next year.
Ah, love it. That strategic exaggeration, it really underscores the disconnect, right, between how urgent they think it is and the actual lack of planning.
Yeah.
It kind of makes them stop and think, okay, is this really that time sensitive or can we handle it differently?
The guide even had this listener story. It's perfect. Someone got a meeting invite, title, chat, just chat.
Oh, no.
Explanation, stuff.
Oh, deep.
Right. So the listener reasonably asks, hey, could you give me a bit more context? Response, crickets, nothing.
Yay.
The punchline. The listener just resigned.
Whoa. Okay, maybe an extreme reaction, but
But I get it. That level of just complete disregard for your time, it's maddening.
it really is. And that story, it hits home because it shows how these really vague, Poorly planned meeting requests, they actually damage trust. They show a lack of respect, you know?
Yeah, it feels like your time just isn't valued at all.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get practical. Let's arm you, the listener, with some tools. The guide gets into the art of the no email, some actual templates.
Good stuff. Let's hear them.
All right, template 1, the bureaucratic shield. This is the polite deflection, something like, thanks so much for reaching out. Hey, just to make sure we're using everyone's time effectively, could you maybe loop in Sarah? I think she's actually a bit closer to this particular area.
The redirection. Smart.
And the guide adds this pro move, CC Sarah immediately, before she can even say no.
Oh, that's sneaky, but effective. It reframes your no as being like helpful and efficient. You're connecting them to the right person.
Yeah.
And by CCing the colleague right away, you create this like gentle pressure. Makes it a bit harder for them to just push back on you immediately.
Okay, next one. Template 2, the async evangelist. This sounds super keen, but actually saves you time.
Ah, the enthusiast.
Yeah. Hey, I'm actually deep in a focus block right now, but I'm really interested in this. I actually put together some initial thoughts in this doc here link. Maybe take a look, and then let me know if there's still specific questions we need to hash out live.
I like that. It's proactive.
Right. And the unspoken hope, the guide hints, is that they'll look at the doc, find their answer, and just cancel the mailing request.
Yeah, you're showing you're engaged, but you're providing that written stuff up front. It kind of sets the stage for maybe not needing the meeting.
Or at least making it shorter if it does happen.
Exactly. It puts the onus back on them to review it and come prepared with specific points, which is way better.
Okay, and template 3, the schedule ceasefire. This is where you just look impossibly busy.
Your classic, my calendar is slammed.
Totally. Wow, thanks for the invite. Unfortunately, my calendar's looking pretty packed for the rest of this sprint, but how does Q3 look for you?
Pushing it way out.
Way out. And the bonus tip from the guide, attach a screenshot of your calendar, a fake screenshot,
Oh, this is getting devious. I like it.
showing it just completely blocked out. Except maybe, 3 hours scheduled for strategic Minesweeper implementation.
Huh. That little bit of humor, it can actually work wonders, right? It softens the no.
Makes it relatable.
Yeah, and the fake calendar visual, memorable. It says, I value my time, but in a funny way, not like a confrontational way.
Okay, but what if they don't email? What if they just, ambush you in Slack? That's a DM. Got 5 minutes for a quick sync.
The Slack attack, yeah, the guide has emergency excuses for that, too.
Phew. Okay, first one. The tech glitch.
Ah, reliable.
Oh, man, my mic seems to be acting up. My camera's gone weird again.
Yeah.
Can we maybe just sort this out over email for now?
Can't argue with tech problems. It's believable, hard to disprove, and it just kicks the conversation over to async. Easy.
Okay, then there's the family emergency with a twist.
Oh, intrigue.
Something like, sorry, can't jump on right now. Something just came up with the dog's accountant. Need to handle it? I'll ping you back via email shortly.
The dog's account.
Yeah. The guide stresses the key is minimal explanation. The weirder and more specific it is, the less likely people are to ask follow-up questions.
That's actually kind of genius. It's so unexpected, people probably just go, oh, okay then.
Exactly. No one wants the details of Fido's tax audit.
Right.
And my absolute favorite from the guide, the reverse Uno.
Okay, lay on me.
They DM you for a sync. You reply? Funny you should ask. I was just about to ping you. I actually drafted a quick pre-read doc with my initial thoughts. Mind taking a look first. It's, it's about 10 pages of memes, mostly. Pretty comprehensive. Maybe we can sync after you've digested that.
Whoa, that's bold. I love it. It's like aggressive collaboration.
Right. You deflect the immediate meeting, and you kind of shift the workload back to them, suggesting their time is better spent reviewing your extensive meme document.
Amazing. A true power move.
The guide also shared this great listener hack for avoiding syncs. Just setting your Slack status to something like deep workflow, slow to respond, or focus mode.
The status shield.
And then just actually being slow to respond to DMs. Give yourself that buffer.
Makes sense.
Though the listener did add a funny little confession. Apparently deep work sometimes just means rewatching The Office for the 5th time.
Huh. Relatable. We've all got to find ways to carve out that focus time, right? Even if it's just focus on snacks and TV.
Whatever it takes.
It really just highlights, the need to create those boundaries. Managing your availability, even if it's slightly artificial sometimes, is key to protecting your sanity and your actual work time.
Definitely. Okay, so finally, to kind of wrap all this up and make it fun, the guide suggests this listener challenge. Quick sync bingo.
Ooh, okay. Gamifying the pain.
Exactly. A way to laugh at the absurdity of it all. So some examples from the bingo card. First square. Invent a corporate jargon phrase for I don't want to. The guy's example was, let's socialize this ideation offline.
Oh, that's good. Horribly good.
Isn't it? Another square.
Yeah.
Share your most creative decline excuse, like maybe, sorry, can't sync, my aura is currently misaligned for synchronous collaboration.
Huh. Need to try that one.
Then there's describe your ideal meeting in 3 emojis. The example given was
Yeah.
the sleeping face emoji, popcorn emoji, and the no symbol emoji.
Oh, perfect. Mine might be coffee, headphones, silence, face.
Nice. And the last example square. Share a time you accidentally hit yes to a sync invite that immediately had to send a follow-up like, whoops, sorry, typo, meant to click, absolutely not. Hashtag boundaries.
Okay. Maybe not that blunt, but the feeling is real. That immediate regret.
Totally.
This whole bingo idea, though, is pretty smart. Makes you think creatively about managing meetings and just kind of share a laugh with this universal workplace thing.
Yeah, collective eye roll, but make it fun.
Exactly. Acknowledge the absurdity.
So look, the whole point of this deep dive, the mission really, was to give you, the listener, some tools, some strategies, some confidence maybe, to take back your calendar.
Yeah, push back against that endless tide of quick syncs.
We look at the red flags, we went through those email templates, the emergency excuses.
Even the fake calendar screenshot and the dog's accountant.
Can't forget the dog's accountant. And of course the bingo card for a bit of fun.
Ultimately, it really boils down to just recognizing that your time is valuable and feeling, empowered enough to communicate your needs and your boundaries, clearly, respectfully, but firmly.
Absolutely. So go forth, listeners, and reclaim your calendar. One politely phrased per my last email below at a time.
You can do it.
And definitely join us next time, because we'll be diving into another essential workplace skill. How to nod enthusiastically during a performance review while secretly updating your LinkedIn.
Ooh, that's going to be juicy. Looking forward to it.